everybody. Hi, welcome back to my channel, Behind the Star. Now, today's episode is really about me talking to you guys about why this channel and why it's called Behind the Star. This channel initially was started during COVID, right? I was going through a lot during COVID. The industry had shut down. For those who don't know, I work in the sports industry. And I remember we were on level 5 in South Africa, and the world stood still. And literally, there was no sports, there was nothing. We were at home. I had just given birth to my second baby, and she was a couple of months old. And yes, you miss sports, but also it was about what do you do? A lot of people wanted something to do. Um, but I was really reminded about why I got into the industry in the first place, the reasons why I wanted to be a sports journalist, why I wanted to be in sports media, in sports broadcasting. So let me tell you a quick story, right? So every time you watch a news bulletin or a sports bulletin, they are literally broadcasting what was at a press conference. And you find the press conference was about 2 hours long, right? But on the news, you only see about 30 seconds of an insert. And that already is somebody's angle, what they feel they should be telling you about that press conference. And that is what you take as gospel as a viewer at home. And so I always wondered what was being said the rest of the rest of the hour, 58 minutes or whatever, 59 minutes and 30 seconds. What was said? And that was really something that tugged at my heartstrings, because I feel like that was where I was like, this is the sweet spot of what I would like to occupy when it comes to the sports industry. I want to be able to tell the story of the other 1 hour, 59 minutes and 30 seconds. What was being said? I don't want to be told by someone's angle, someone's 30 seconds when they feel like they should tell me, but I want to tell the story of the total story, the holistic story of what really happened. And so for me, that is how I feel I've always tried to approach sports journalism, right? So when it came to COVID, I said to my husband, I think it's time to start a channel that is outside of the control of the work environments that we work in, the companies we work for, but one that I believe I can control the content, control what I want to say. Because my first industry award I won at Soweto TV, it was a community station where I really started my career in sports, was a story I did on a granny's football team that won the National League in South Africa. And the story was about how sports and football helped get their lives back health-wise. A lot of them spoke about how they were cured, how they were healed, how they overcame diabetes, overcame high cholesterol, all of those things. And for me, the story was beyond just the elderly people playing football, but it was about what sports did to change their lives. And for me, that was the story. That was the true, authentic story, that this granny, Wasazola, starts the day by taking care of her grandkids, making sure that they eat, they are fed. She takes them to crèche, and then she puts on her soccer boots and walks to the grounds, and then she starts training. And for her, that has been a daily routine with her friends. That was the story. And for me, that's what won me my first individual award as a sports journalist, the SAB Awards. I won the Video Media Best Newcomer. And for me, that has always been a reminder of staying true to myself and the kind of spot I want to occupy when it comes to the sports industry. And so that always reminds me of authenticity, authentic stories, real stories. All right? So back to why I started the channel, it was exactly because of that. I wanted to tell real, authentic stories that I controlled, that I wanted to tell, the way I wanted to tell them. And I felt that everybody has a right to tell their truth, to own their own story and their own narrative. There is a saying that I live by each and every day. If you go on my profile or even like my WhatsApp, I always say, be a woman with a story to tell. That even goes for men. Be a man with a story to tell, but be a person who has a story to tell, because people relate to authenticity, your real story. And so being in the sports industry, a lot of the time when you go to presses, when you go to games, when you go to any media event, yes, you meet the sports star, you get to interview them, coaches and all of that. But a lot of the time, it's because it's a controlled environment. So you can only they can only say what the media officers also say they need to say. So you can't also kind of like go off track with certain things.
I didn't understand that.
You can't even, my phone is even saying, I didn't understand that. But I'm saying that you can't sort of go off track with asking certain things, because there's certain parameters in which, in the kinds of questions that you can ask. So even that, there's a barricade, right? So you never get to really see the true person behind the facade, behind the PR, behind the media, behind the marketing, behind the brand and all of that. And so I was like, I want to peel back that facade. I really want to know who this person is and how they get to become the people they are, and the decisions that they make each and every day, and the values that drive them, even spirituality. I'm a Christian, born and bred, and so for me, spirituality is a big part of my life. But you never get to see that with sporting stars. You don't know those kind of things. But these are the things that I felt like when you peel back the facade, you get to really see the true person. And for me, that is why I call this channel Behind the Star. Everybody's a superstar in their own right, but what is really behind the superstar? What is behind? What is their story? And that is what I really wanted to showcase on this channel. So there's a lot of people that I feel like the interviews that are coming this season are going to be incredible. People that you may not know, people that you may know, people that have been forgotten, right? I don't like talking about things that you can Google, because then you like everybody else. You're like, okay, but if this newspaper spoke about this, or this broadcaster spoke about this, and what makes you different, right? I can touch on it, but it's not really my focus. But I believe in giving people their flowers. I believe in celebrating people. I believe in celebrating forgotten heroes. And if the world has forgotten about you, best believe on this channel, Behind the Star, we are going to celebrate you. So please make sure that you subscribe, you hit that notification button, and you help this channel grow. Because really, it's about telling people's stories and owning your truth. Till next time, cheers, bye.